Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children and chatters of all ages, it's showtime. Hi guys. I'm back yet again for more nonsense. We're going to have a chat with Kormir, one of the human gods that has abandoned humanity. Guess they don't think much of the humans. Well, here we are. Facing the truth. The terrible truth. I'm scared. Hold me, chat.
There you are, Commander. Not as smooth a ride as I would have hoped for.
Oh,
Did the portal
we're not
fail?
in the...
We're
I
definitely
forgot
not
about
in
this
the
part.
tomb.
It's sort of a dumb
It
puzzle.
took us somewhere, but
No sign of the gods nor our companions. We're off to a great start.
We've got to find,
they were right
solve
beside
the
us
puzzle
when
to
we
get
entered
into,
portal.
like, the
They
library.
can't be far.
Complete one event in the heart of Maguma. No, that's a Wizard's Quest daily thing. We don't need to follow that anymore. Anytime now. Their browser, it's not great. Well, it's not even highlighted. Stupid thing. Let's see. Regroup with your team. Hi, Ritlock.
You guys made it too, huh?
Yes.
After a trifling inconvenience, yes. So, this is it. We're in the mists.
Deep within them. I'd know this feeling anywhere. Like cold water running down my spine.
Oh,
Where's Casimir?
Ritlock's scaredy cat, literally.
We haven't seen her. Looks like the human gods are playing games with us. Come on, she's got to be nearby.
No, she doesn't have to be. Hey, I can mount. Thank you, human gods, for allowing me to mount.
There you are, Commander. Can you believe it? Can you believe where we are right now?
Yes,
I
you
can't
simpleton.
keep my hands from trembling. Meeting the gods. Can you imagine?
Hold it together.
I'm a char. We killed ours.
Oh, let her have her fun. She's about to meet her makers after all.
Fat body.
And trust me, it's a memorable
Good evening,
experience.
my
We
friend.
still have to find them. Any idea where we should go?
I hope your Saturday is going...
The stories didn't mention anything beyond the
Extraordinarily well.
portal. Only that it was a passage to the mists.
Explore the area. Well, how about I cheat? Huh. I guess they're just magically teleporting to wherever I am. I don't think they tidied this
That
up.
sandstorm is conspicuously localized. You suppose it's hiding
For
something?
mounts. Well, let's go in and find out, shall we? I guess we won't go in and find out, after all. If memory serves... Well, let's see. We would have already had the bunny by now. So, in fact, this was designed for mounts, now that I think about it. I remember having to get up here on the bunny. Don't remember why, specifically. Maybe I had to, like, glide into the storm. The sandstorm. Doesn't look like that's going to work. Oh, maybe it is. Nope. No, it's not. Curses foiled again. It's the St. Louis Arch. Okay, probably not. The Gateway Arch. Star, good evening. I have done this at least 3 times because I finished the storyline 3 times before, but I don't remember what I was what I have to do here. We'll see if this works. If I come in a little bit higher. Nope. It appears that there is a 4th bubble here that will not allow me to drop in from above. It's doing a world boss train. Yes, very nice. Well, kind of depends on the bosses. For instance, the Norn starting map boss, the Svanir Shaman, has about 5 times more hit points than he needs. I'm exploring the area, but I'm not finding much of interest. Not seeing any clickies or anything about. Yeah, that one's bogus. Yeah, it's, I mean, it's not like it's dangerous. Oh, we have a, is this a glowy? It is a glowy. I can interact with this. Bong. Oh, look. Sandstorm gone.
It's beautiful.
Look, the sandstorm's gone away.
It's not like
Let's see what
particularly
he was
deadly or anything. You're Zerker Elementalist, so everything's dangerous to you. Yes. Yes, it is. Including yourself.
That symbol. Do you know what this means?
You know I don't.
It's the sigil of the Sun Spears, a symbolic representation of the 8 virtues they most revered. We are meant to walk this path. We were set upon it by the gods. I'm certain of it.
You are such an idiot. Look for solutions to the Sun Spear puzzle. Well, we have a wedge symbol.
What have you got there, Commander?
I have a wedge
This
symbol.
blade has some kind of markings etched on it.
And there's more of them carved into the stone platform as well.
Yes, there are.
Perhaps they're meant to go together?
Only one way to find out.
Did that do something? All right, I'm picking up the piece. I have a couple of symbols that are already in place. Let's drop it in every one, and then presumably when it gets in the right one, it won't be able to get removed again. That's wishful thinking on my part.
Promising.
There must be more pieces of this
Yes,
puzzle
I was
lying
correct.
around.
Yay! There must be more pieces of this puzzle laying around. Just laying around randomly. Within this large green circle. Oval. On the ground. That looks glowy. Hold it, that looks glowy too. Why do so many things look glowy? Uh-huh. Ah, there's one over there. Hi, Kaz. What kind of stupidity do you have to share with me now? I just know we're on the right track. Answers can't be far away. I'm not sure what to do next. That sandstorm hid this Sunspear sigil for a reason. Some of the points are maybe missing. Maybe if you find them. Yeah. Thank you for re-explaining to me. On the other hand, I can't complain about them re-explaining. When yesterday I was complaining about all the stuff that they don't bother to explain in combats, for instance. So. Doesn't go there. Bong! It bonged at me. And by bong, I mean the sound, not the drug apparatus. Wasn't paying attention until that voiceover. Great job. Oh, my Casimir voice? Hard to believe I'm not working in Hollywood doing voiceover work, isn't it? Yeah, well, this goes to show you these people have no taste. Yes, Kaz was just here. Actually, that's not true. The only thing she's got on me is prettier hair. And possibly not just hairier on the outside of her cranium, but hairier inside as well. She is also the not-so-proud possessor of what I consider to be the stupidest little bit of character creation in all of the characters. And I'm including Bram here. When she's nervous or scared, she gets the hiccups. That's not a character trait. That's a fucking Mad Lib. That's the kind of thing you add to a character when you don't actually have a character in mind. How about if they get the hiccups when they're scared? Yeah, that's a good idea. No, it's really not. All right, bong. We bonged again.
Boss, we've got company. Say the word and I'll tear them apart.
We're still missing pieces of the puzzle. What
No,
if
we're
those
not.
spirits are
I found all the pieces. You
Let's ask the spirits.
daffy
Maybe they're
broad.
able to help.
Okay. Who first? Looks like Gundayo is the closest. Probably the most friendly. To pass into truth, prove yourself. I will give you the seal of honesty. Who are you? We are the handmaidens of Kormir. Oh god, it's Kormir. Kormir is famously loathed character from Guild Wars 1. I didn't play enough to actually get involved with Kormir, so I don't know. Yeah, I have been throwing away Eyes of Kormir. That's true. That's a good point, Dar. My name is Gundaya, which means honesty. I'm ready for your test. While at the market, you witness your father pocketing several pieces of fruit without paying. The city guard approaches and accuses you of stealing the fruit. What do? Tell the guards that your father took the fruit and sincerely apologize. Oh, you can still buy it. It was on sale really cheap when they had the sale about a month ago. We do have the anniversary coming up shortly after the expansion drops. We may see sales then as well. I've answered correctly. Go and take with you the seal of Gundayo. Honesty upheld.
You have earned this.
Disc hollows. Oh, I see. They weren't even showing us the disc hollows before. No.
The disc fits, but the markings don't seem to line up.
Try giving it a turn or two.
Yeah,
The
okay.
torch lit up.
And then
Must
the
have
light
done
goes
something
on.
right, Commander.
It's full of bots now. It's probably always been full of bots. If anything can be botted for any kind of gain, whether financial or progressional within game, it will be. Compassion is both the beginning and the end to understanding. Who are you? You can call me Verzuk. I represent compassion, one of the virtues the Sun Spears follow. I seek counsel with the gods. You've traveled long and far to get here. Go then and take with you a seal of compassion. Wow. I didn't even have to answer like a trick question or anything. Alright, we'll zoom in and rotate. And rotate. That should do it. Okay. Hi, Ritlock. You have something sarcastic to add? Are we done here or what? I don't think so. I bet those spirits just showed up right now, you know. You should beat them up and find out, then Cass will complain, so I'll try talking to them first. Zaklem. To pass into truth, you must answer my questions correctly. Only then will I give you the seal of loyalty. Who are you? I am Zaklem, a handmaiden of Kormir. I represent loyalty, one of the 8 virtues of the Sun Spears. I'm ready for your test. You are a farmer in charge of working the land for your lord, a kind and benevolent man. One of your fellow workers asks you for lighter work, so that she may rest sooner. What do? Give her permission to distribute the rest of the load to the others. Refuse and ask her to work her fair share. I reduce her workload and take on her burden of responsibility.
You have earned this.
See, I'm a paragon of goodness, of honesty, and other virtues. Did I convince you? Oh, that one's done. Now what? Oh, Canuck. Oh, your sarcasm is most definitely welcome, Canuck. What do you got for me? Making progress, Commander. I'm still figuring out what to do with these discs. No, I'm not. I've got it figured out. The discs have symbols on them. Perhaps they need to be lined up. Have you tried rotating them in the sockets? I'll try that. Thanks, Canuck. Not like I wasn't already doing that. Gweebo. Well, I'm sorry. We can't have anything to do with weebs here. Sorry, Gweebo. You'll have to leave. Only in acceptance of humility can we find strength. Who are you? My name is Gweebo. I represent the Sunspear's humility. I humbly seek counsel with the gods. Then I bestow upon you the seal of humility. Not that one. That's the one. We zoom in close. We rotate. That should do it. And this just leaves us with Yasfar. So it's not close. So, Yasfar. To gain, one must be willing to give. That is the true nature of sacrifice. Who are you? I'm Yasfar. I'm here to remind the Sun Spears of the importance and meaning of sacrifice. I seek an audience with the gods. Then prepare yourself, for nothing of worth is given up lightly. I'm ready. Unless I'm supposed to intentionally lose to them. Which is possible. I mean, sacrifice. Yeah, they're invulnerable. Up. Oh.
You have earned
I have earned this, guys. My power is mighty. This one doesn't appear to be lit. Nope. Already. Bong. No. I hit the wrong button. Not there yet. Move so you can see it a little better. Not there yet. This one, I believe. Yep. I've performed 3 combo skills in combat. I'm at 1300 again. The cap. I'll buy 5 more laurels. I find and correctly place all the disc symbols 1 of 5. Excuse me, what? Okay, for some reason a lot of them have gotten turned around. 0 of 5. Alright, that's 1. For whatever reason, I guess when I plugged other ones in, the ones I had previously placed rotated again. Chauncey is enjoying his time here. Chauncey von Snuffles the Third.
You have persevered. The path is now open to you.
The path is now open to me, guys.
Look, a portal.
So, Casimir, when we meet more of your gods, I hope they're a little less hostile than the last one we met.
With our luck, I bet they're as crazy as Balthazar is.
Stop it, both of you. We're here for answers, and spitting in the face of the gods isn't going to help us get them. Show some respect.
She's right. If
They're the
Balthazar
human
demonstrated
gods,
anything,
and they've deserted
it's that
you.
The gods aren't to be taken lightly.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Let's tread
I would agree
carefully
with me. How about that?
We don't know who's watching.
Let's enter the portal, shall we? Pardon me. I have itchy back. Oh. The Sanctum. Explore the library. Well, I would, except it's so bright.
Place. It's incredible. The
Visually,
scrolls,
very cool.
Books.
To be sure.
There's so much.
Yeah, it's no Black Citadel.
You're right.
Rock.
It's not a
Yeah.
black
I know.
iron piece of crap
Respect.
like the Black Citadel.
Show it.
I'm a Char, and even I know this is cooler looking than the Black Citadel. Well, they're all bowing to me. That's appropriate. Well, gears are cool if you're a Char. Oh, look.
I can't see anything.
Kormir. Gears of Char, that's
This must
that's
be
the game
Kormir.
they're working on at Arena
Hail
right
to
now.
you, goddess of truth. We need your help. Kaz, go ahead.
Thank you, Commander. Goddess Kormir, we have come to you seeking guidance and aid in dark times. Will you hear our plea?
Rise, Lady Mead. Please, continue.
Please continue to praise me and pray to
Balthazar
me.
has
It's great.
emerged
It's
from the
awesome.
mist
Thank you.
To bring ruin to Tyria. He's going to slay Krelkatorrik, and if he succeeds, the imbalance it brings could... You know all of this already, don't you?
Indeed.
We cannot defeat him on our own. For the sake of Tyria, Goddess Kormir, please, we beg your aid.
I'm sorry, Lady Mead. There is nothing I can do.
Yep. Human gods.
Please excuse me, Goddess. Perhaps
To use
I
a
wasn't
phrase of
clear.
my father's,
We
as
can't
useless
hope to
as
defeat
tits on a
Balthazar
bowling ball.
without the aid of the Six.
Or the 5. Balthazar is one of the 6.
No, he isn't. Balthazar has been stripped of his claim and title. He is no longer one of the 6.
Stripped of. He's in Tyria as we speak.
Well, yeah, we just
Leading an army.
we took away his
He
business
claims to be
cards.
the god of war.
Come and see for yourselves. Perhaps then you'll understand. We, the gods, saw there could be no victory in our inevitable conflict with the Elder Dragons. Waging war with them could only lead to the destruction of Tyria. And we, the 6, would be the match that would start the blaze. And so, we chose to withdraw from Tyria altogether and spare
Yeah,
this world.
you brought
further
humanity to
calamity.
this world and then you bailed on them.
Rather.
Nice job.
Most of us chose
Why not
to.
open a portal to another world?
Cowards! You may flee, but I will not. I do not avoid conflict. I am conflict. The Elder Dragons will die by my hands, and their power will become my power.
Balthazar was blinded by his pride. The dragons are beyond even the gods, a raw, primal force without equal. Whether he won or lost, by his death or theirs, Balthazar's ambitions would bring about the end of Tyria. The rest of the six, Dwayna, Brenth, Melandru, even Lissa, reached an agreement. Balthazar had to be dealt with.
If you won't join the fight against the dragons, I'll see you all burn with them. Cowards! All of you!
Balthazar kind of a dick. Okay, not kind of. He's just, yeah, a dick. Mind you, the rest of the human gods, useless or worse.
We stripped him of his power and chained him in the mists. There he would remain, forever. Powerless to
Yeah,
carry
really
out
nice
his
of you to
plans.
take your companion there
Mark these words.
and lock him up for an
When I am
eternity.
free, I will strike you all down and claim your power for my own. I will not be dismissed. I am Balthazar, mightiest of the six. And I swear to you, you will scream your allegiance before the end.
He would be there now, if not for a certain Char and his search for an old, extinguished
Well, you could have put a
blade.
sign up, warning, do not release Balthazar.
Sorry about that.
Undo this wrong. The means are within your grasp. When he returned to this world, Balthazar disguised himself as Lazarus with Lys's mirror. The only magic powerful enough to hide the truth from our eyes. By the time the ruse was revealed, the other gods had already departed,
How convenient for them.
and soon I will join them.
And you.
You don't have to go. You could stay. Fight with us.
You asked for a war between the gods. Do you not know the cost of such a battle? Have you not learned of the last time the gods stood against one of their own? Against Abaddon? 1,300 years ago, Abaddon and his army of fanatics waged a war ranging across the shores and islands of the Crystal Sea. The battle was so ferocious that the ocean boiled away, leaving behind the desert you see today.
Well, let's see. A desert is
When
better than the
gods
entire world
finally
being destroyed,
struck
which is what's
down
going to
Abaddon,
happen.
His fall warped and ravaged these lands, creating the desolation. Abaddon remained a fallen
So,
god,
what we can
imprisoned
learn from
for
this is
1,000
that the human
years,
gods brought
until he
nothing to
rose
this
to threaten
world
Tyria
but death
one
and
last
destruction.
time.
Oh, and humans.
A mortal hero
The
led a
invasive
mission to stop him,
species.
and against
Humans.
all odds, succeeded. But then
Abaddon is breaking up!
Incredible. All that knowledge.
It's running wild! It will destroy everything!
I can contain the power.
Kormir! No!
Oh, look, I'm a god. Nice deal for you, Kormir.
I was there to contain the damage. But by then it was too late. The surge of power upended the balance of magic in Tyria and stirred Primordus from his slumber, triggering this latest cycle
Yeah,
of
so the
destruction.
humans are the cause of the
There is
vast,
no
overwhelming
victory
amount
to be found in a
of this
war between
world's
the gods.
pain and destruction. The
Only
human gods.
casualties.
Nice work, guys.
I understand. But we don't have the choice you have. We have to fight. Balthazar doesn't care whether he destroys Tyria. He said so himself.
Please, Goddess. If there's any way we can convince you to stay.
You can't.
No, Kaz. This isn't their war.
No, it is
It's
their
ours.
war.
Casimir, my dear child,
My
You
dear
never
child.
needed our help.
Later.
you were already on the path. Follow the trail of last. Restore what has been broken.
The sword that has been
The
broken?
answers you
Andoril,
seek
Flame
are
of the
in
West?
desert. I wish you good fortune, Commander.
Yeah, I wish you nothing but pain
It's
wherever
time.
you and the other gods are going.
I must join the others.
Goddess Kormir, before you go,
Yes.
thank you for
For
everything.
what?
You carry with you the blessings of all the
Oh,
gods.
the blessings of all the gods. That include Balthazar? Didn't think so.
Never forget that.
Doom? I don't remember at what time we have to come back here to this
So we
library
came
and
all
it's
this
filled
way
with
just to
shadows.
watch
I
her
thought this
leave?
was where we would have to do that.
Kaz, are you all right?
Just processing.
I wish they would
Commander.
stop having their characters say
What
that they're
Kormir said.
processing. That's a very
I was angry.
year 2000 plus
confused,
term.
But it's time we stand on our own. Tyria is ours to protect. I know that now.
So,
Does that mean you're
what
going to stop
now?
talking about
Are we to comb the
Casimir?
desert for a clue? Because, as you may have noticed, there's a lot of desert.
If that's what it takes, yes. You heard Kormir. We're on our own from here on out.
Like we haven't been
So we
all
search
this
the
time.
desert. But we do it smart. We'll split up and search
Oh,
systematically.
splitting up has always been the right answer.
Can do. I'd like to return to the Temple of Kormir anyway. The refugees there may have information we can use.
You're going to give them the news that
And I've got some news
the
to
Temple
share
of
with them,
Kormir
too.
is now open for other
Canuck.
business because the
I'll head for the
previous
desert
resident
near
has
Anu.
left the planet.
I may also check in with my contacts in the Order of Shadows. They might be able to shed some light on things.
Ridlock, go with him. I'll take the Riverlands to the south. Let's work our contacts. Speak with the scouts. Anybody who might be able to help us in our search.
About that, what are we searching for exactly?
The way forward. That's all I've got at the moment.
Well, I'm not very helpful either.
Well, we've done more with less.
No, we
Let's
haven't.
Get to it.
We really, honestly haven't. Optional, explore the library. I've done that before. I got the achieve for looking at all the named books. It's got a lot of nifty lore stuff, so if you're a lore person, make sure when you get here that you go through. There's like 20, 30. We too can be vessels of knowledge, for instance, would be one of them. Doopy doo doopy doo doo. And scene. The daily login reward. Back to Guildworth, nice. New expansion? Nope, that's Tuesday. I have been working this character through the storyline. Well, this is, what, stream 32, I think? Something like that. But took like a 6-week break because a whole bunch of games came out. So I'm back doing that. Get partway through the third expansion here. Second expansion. And then we've got the new expansion coming. So let's see, this Divine Reliquary. Anyone want to guess what's in it? Yeah, milling stones, a couple pieces of unidentified gear, a little karma, and 10 trade contracts.
Stealing from graves.
That's it. Essentially, Richard. That's a non-vulgar way of saying dick. Somewhere in the desert. Check in with the scout in the Elon Riverlands. So we're off to the third map in this expansion. The Elon Riverlands. Now, there were no Eyes of Kormir, strangely enough, given the fact that that was a present from Kormir herself. Well, I did grab the waypoint all the way down here previously. That's some advanced thinking going on right there.
You might want to reconsider.
Acceleration pressing me back in the seat, and in we go. The Elon Riverlands, where 8 hero points await us.
All right. Now where do I start? Maybe a scout can point me in the right direction.
Perhaps this clearly labeled scout.
The followers of Ascension are constantly seeking different methods to reach Ascension. Follower Zune and his golem collect forgotten glyphs in hopes of decoding their secrets. Follower Dawn Wind fights to clear Augury Rock of the Branded in an effort to further her legend. And follower Adisa
skip Heart of Thorns for now
searches
and
for
do Path of
slivers
Fire and
of
get that
last for
beetle.
follower Lucius
The
and
beetle
Blade to
is
weaponize.
Living World
At
Season
Augury's
4,
Shadow
Chapter
are several
3.
other Tyrians who have come to seek Ascension. West of there is the first camp, where you'll find followers that were here before the Tyrians arrived. Far to the south are refugees from Joko's kingdom.
So, if you don't have Living World
They may
Season
know
4,
other
Chapter
places of
3, no beetle. Sorry. And you need all of Living World Season 4 to get the Sky Scale. Or, you can get the Sky Scale also now from Secrets of the Obscure. Although I'm not sure you can get all of the masteries.
Move out!
Living World Seasons, there, well, they're
Excuse
technically
me.
4, but
You
they're
have
realistically
a moment.
there's 5.
I require your assistance.
How many chapters in Living World Season 4? 6, I think. Mind you, that is generally held to be the best storytelling the game's ever had. Living World Season 4... Yeah, 6 chapters. Then there's also the Icebrood Saga, which technically wasn't called the Living World Season because they wanted to have another name for the stuff they were bringing out. And
Excuse me.
that
You have a moment.
was called, I can't even remember what they were calling it at the time. Sagas, I think. Anyway, it was generally held to be a real failure. All right, Zune.
Aren't you the Pact Commander?
I am the
It's
Pact
a pleasure
Commander.
to meet you. The name's Zune.
If you've
Big
got
fan
6
of your
chapters,
work.
then you've got all the
Something I
chapters.
can help you with?
I'm scouring the Riverlands for...
You only need to do 3
a place of
to
special
get the beetle. You have to do
significance,
all of
possibly
them
related
to
Flask.
unlock
Any ideas?
the achievements for the Sky Scale.
Well, I'm pretty focused in my expertise. Forgotten glyphs, mostly. If you're looking for someone with the big picture on the Crystal Desert, you'll want to talk to Crew Chief Glock.
Where can I find him?
Here, I'll mark them on your map.
Oh, you
Hope
marked them
that
on the
gets you
map.
where you need to go.
Very helpful, thank you.
And again, big fan. Don't die out there in the wastes.
Big fan. Don't die out there in the wastes. Okay, I'll try. No promises. Actually,
I'm looking for
I do die out there.
something
That does
supposedly
happen.
located in the Crystal Desert. A place of great power, or maybe an object.
How nondescript. Well, if you're looking
I'll give
for
her that.
information on the region,
How
the best
nondescript.
source would be
Oh,
my
if he's
superior
throwing shit
Clark.
at me, he is.
He knows more than most.
Look, you little dickhead. I'm
Sounds
talking
like
with
someone I
someone
might
here.
wanna
Do you
talk
mind?
Any idea where I could find him?
Glock's hyper-intelligent, but absent-minded. Tends to lose himself in his work. And there's plenty to do around here. Let me see your map, and I'll point you to him. And do be safe out
Okay, that's the same thing. Cool. I am going to do the exact same thing here that I did previously. On the last map, which is first things first, I'm going to grab hero points. Lots of them. Don't mind me, I'm just coming through. So before we continue on with the story, Alright, there's a veteran and some unpleasant little jerks. Alright, we got them. Now we'll grab the hero point. Hero challenge with a commune and more points will start going into Firebrand. We also have some Orichalcum ore. We want to grab that. No gathering tools. I don't think that's the case. That's why I have an extra set. Coming through. Pardon me, excuse me, pardon me. Things hit pretty hard. Fortunately. I'm a guardian, so I had a shield up. Which allows me to look at the bad guys and go, lol. I would like to apologize for saying lol out loud. More firebrandiness. Dude, you've got a thing over your head. Why aren't you talking to me? Dude, why aren't you talking to me? Am I like DC'd or something? No, I'm not DC'd.
What was that?
Ah, new arrival. Come to help the followers of Ascension? We could use a pair of hands like yours.
It's the guy who does the chef
now, I need information.
voice in
I'm scouring the Riverlands.
Grothmar Valley.
Special significance. It might be related to Vlast. Anything come to mind?
Vlast. Only that he's from here, but that's about it. That's all I know. I'm new here.
Oh, you're the new guy.
It's no problem. So am I.
You know, come to think of it, follower Adisa knows more about Vlast than any of us.
Threshold achieved.
Let me sell my crap.
And you've proven you're old enough to handle anything, including the truth about what happened with the dragon. You know that when Kralkator came through, it left everything in its wake branded.
So the warband got trapped in the brand. Why don't we go look for them?
I did go back, and I found them.
Elon Riverlands. Let's see, where to next?
I did what I had to do. What I know they would have done for me.
We nabbed that one. I think there's one over here.
Last of the Anvil warband.
Although it's a tougher one to get.
We honor their memory.
I think. Well, let's find out. It's over here in sort of the branded area. Those who are not familiar with Kralkator is one of the primal dragons, the elder dragons. And when he flies over places, they get branded. This is what a place looks like when it gets branded. The critters get turned into branded critters. It's just all kinds of unpleasant. All right, there is over here. My brain is not completely into a vegetative state. It's only mostly into a vegetative state. That's not good. And we've got the damn Hydra as well. Let's get rid of this guy while we can.
Stand your ground.
Alright, I got the hero challenge done.
I feel strong.
And we've got multiple Hydra heads around, because of course we do.
Oh, that had to hurt.
That had to hurt. And help that the Hydra heads are back in cracks. I'm not going to shirk away from a challenge. They must pay for their temerity. I don't even know what that means. It's hype to level up your Guardian and dump some points into Firebrand. Love the tanky healer paladin aesthetic, but then realize there's no one to heal for a solo player. Yeah, but Firebrand can do really good damage as well. Or at least, you know, very capable amounts of damage. Condition damage. They do condition damage, not power damage, on account of the fire brand. Sausage fingers killing me? Well, yeah, my sausage fingers do kill me frequently. Fat fingering is kind of my deal, because I have sausage fingers. And we have...
Begin destruction protocol.
Crystalline Sliver that Vlast lost during combat. Follower Adisa is collecting them in the Ustulate Barrens. That sounds appalling. Is that her? Yeah, that's her. Well, I have a heart. She's a heart NPC. I wonder how many 14 of these will get me. Imagine not very much. I've got some slivers. Yeah, not much. Not even halfway there.
What?
Like these?
Ah, yes, precisely. These are slivers of Vlast, originating from the beast himself.
Yeah. Whatevs. We'll see how many of these I can remember where they are. No, seriously though, while it has been nerfed, Firebrand is still a very capable DPS class. It was nerfed, but not into the ground. It was the, if not the best healer, the second best healer, right behind Druid. I don't know what state it's in healing right now. DPS, its DPS was nuts. It's still good. Block!
Don't you dare sneak up on me like that. You can get yourself
Or,
killed
as I
doing that in a
believe
place like this.
the name
I'm
Glock would
far
be
more dangerous than I
called
look, you
in
know.
modern
I'm sorry. This place has me
young
a bit
person
on edge.
I'll wear a bell next. You're
slang
with the Priory,
is
aren't
a
you?
glizzy.
I need information.
Is what they call a Glock handgun.
I'm
In what
searching
is
the
one of the
desert for
dumbest sounding
something.
I need more.
A place of special significance.
Nickname?
Possibly related to the dragon Vlast.
made up baby
You're not
talk
working with
kind of
much,
thing.
are you? These lands are rich with history, so that could be any number of... Wait, Vlast, you said?
Yes. Anything come to mind?
Well, since my arrival, I've heard mention here and there of an ancient lost city somewhere in the Riverlands. A hub of forgotten activity. Or it was before the fall, anyway. Supposedly, Vlast was born there. If you're looking for... how'd you put it? A place of special significance? The lost city certainly fits the bill.
Sounds like you know a lot about it. Any idea where I can find it?
If he knew, it wouldn't be
No idea.
lost.
Hence, heard mention here and there. All I've gathered on the topic
How can
is
anyone know
rumor
where
and
something is
conjecture.
lost? It's not lost anymore. I have to explain that to me?
A lost city. That must be what we're looking for. I better check with the locals. Do you know anything about a lost city located somewhere in the Riverlands?
A lost city? Can't help you. But if you find it and dangerous things live there, let me know, and I'll come running.
Thanks. That was incredibly helpless. There we go. We're now going to head away from all the NPCs we're supposed to talk to, and we're looking for more hero points to be nabbed. There's a giant out here in the sands somewhere. Pardon me, guys.
I assist refugees on their journey north to Amnoon, but the last group never made it this far. I found their bodies in the dunes south of here. It looks like they were ambushed by Devourers. If the Devourers are allowed to remain, for God's
we're headed right for them.
Greed, this area will become impassable. Please, root out the Devourers and destroy them all.
There he is.
Maybe we can help each other.
Well, sure. Give me just a second to harvest this ancient sapling. Whack. 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 3 whacks, no waiting. This guy's a tougher fight, if memory serves. He wants, many have challenged me to combat. They say they seek ascension. That does not mean much to me, but I'm enjoying the friendly fights. Come, traveler, and battle me. Test your mettle.
Prove yourself a worthy foe.
I'm blocking all your stuff. Doesn't that irritate you? It would irritate me.
I won't be bested so easily.
Really? Looks like you're being bested pretty easily to me. I hate to point that out to you because that just seems mean.
Stand your ground.
Yeah, I don't know. I seem to have bested you pretty easily, I gotta say, dude.
You are clearly destined to ascend.
I'm clearly destined to ascend. That's nice for me. I can't remember if there's one in the far northwest corner or if that is a mastery point. I know it can be dicey getting in and out because there are a lot of mobs with various unpleasant attacks.
You would be wise to
Always
turn
stop
back.
to grab flax.
Leave this place and leave me in peace.
Yeah, it is just a mastery point, but there is a... the Sand Lion over here. That's another hero point. Alright, that one already followed me, so we're going to take care of that one before we bring up the mama Sand Lion and like 2 cubs.
Kill them all.
Oh, great, they start invulnerable. I always love that. That was not actually what I felt. Alright, I got the cubs.
Kill shot. Stand your ground.
Another one.
Pillage.
Give me an ecto.
Now
I was robbed. That's 4 out of 8. Let's see, we've got, I remember 3 of them off the top of my head.
You
Oof, that was unfriendly. There's the ranch, the Skimmer Ranch. There's like an elementalist over there that you have to fight. There is an awakened in the sort of ruins of a city area.
But at least the forge left us alive. Are you sure risking
in the southwest corner there's sort of an area filled with worms, big worms.
Rock should offer better cover than open desert. Besides, we'll have to head through Destiny's Gorge anyway to get to Amnoon.
So that's 3 of the 4 that are left. Can't remember the last one off the top of my head. So this is the Skimmer Ranch. This is where you get the skimmer, which in base Path of Fire moves really quick across water and across quicksand. But when you get to after it, you can get it an additional mastery that allows you to go underwater. This is Lorashi the Mournful, and they're actually pretty tough.
Prove yourself worthy of the answers you seek. I've not felt this alive since the Battle of Jihad.
Maybe Sausage Bane Firefinger still has a future in the game, but only after a few more weeks in the PoE League. It's too good. I actually think I'm done with the PoE League. It is good, I agree. I got 3 characters into maps. I got 1 into tier 16 maps. And that was primarily because I managed to get an almost 800 DPS axe. So Ground Slam was a thing. Most of the time you hate Desert Sage. This one isn't bad. Some good landscape and even sandstorms. Yes, actually I think they did a really good representation of giving the desert a lot of different looks, including in the northern end, in the highlands of the northern end. Up here, you have snow, which sounds strange, but no, you'll actually get that adjoining or adjacent to deserts. You'll get very dry, cold places. Good example of that would be like in Chile, where basically the wind is coming in from one side, the mountains are squeezing all of the water out, and then it blows across desert from there. Because not all deserts are sandy, cold desert, or sandy, hot deserts. There are also dry, cold deserts. Antarctica, technically. Let's see, where are we? Should be around just to the south, I think. Yeah, normally deserts are going to be uninteresting landscapes to play a game in. I think they did a good job in making this one at least feel interesting. The last of the hero points is there's a veteran harpy that needs fighting. I have now remembered all of the hero challenges in this map. Now, depending on how well I approach this, I may be able to get this communed with, and get out. Barely, but yes. It's good to be a guardian. Having one nice block waiting while you're doing something, it's pretty high quality. Another ancient sapling. Yep, something hit me. Pardon me. Excuse me. Passing through. No need to get up. Is that 6? 6. So, let's see. The aforementioned harpy. And the awakened in the ruins. The harpy is probably closer. And as always, I break for flax. Another player there. We're getting close. There. Second Spirit Olishar there starts off a big meta event, if memory serves. Harpies.
I feel strong. Stand your ground.
Missed me. Gotcha. Commune. Jesu Domine, Dome eis requiem. Another point. Let's bop back over to the skimmer wrench. We've got one more hero point on the map. Oh, we're better than halfway done with Firebrand. Let's see if I can remember where it is. Somewhere in here, I think. Don't think it's as far over as there. I think it's somewhere in here. Let's bust out the beetle. Oh, that's not a good idea. The beetle, he might get across the quicksand, but he might not. We're going to go right through the uprights here. Whoop, 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 whoop. Nope, now we die. We die now. Yeah, we die now. We die now. I should have known. I did know. I knew better. And yet I did it anyway. Yeah, I needed a bigger bug. I knew as soon as I turned, I knew. Oh no, you're not gonna. Yeah, you're not gonna. You're not gonna. You knew you weren't gonna, and you didn't. I knew it was dicey. I knew it. I knew it. And I misjudged, and I have paid the ultimate price. I had to pay a few coppers. It's, you know, it's money. Alright, this isn't the place. I mean, it kind of looks like the place. It's similar to the place. I always seem to have trouble finding this last one. It's by a big body of water, or possibly sand, quicksand. There, I think. Or possibly there. Over there, I think. Yep, that's it. Oh, that's unfortunate. There's like a big elite freaking critter. We're all going in because we all need to beat the general here.
Why
So
have you disturbed my
the
rest?
general has awoken.
Without shit, it was my only. Past Joko sent you to reclaim me.
So if we get him, we get the hero point, even if the incredibly large elite freaking critter kills us, which it didn't. We killed it because we're awesome, guys. That's 8 out of 8. That is all the hero points in this map. Flaxing hard or hardly flaxing? Well, yeah, I mean, it would be like skipping Legendary Day. It's the best I could do on the spur of the moment. Oh, we got another Green Star Talkie 2 person over here.
Excuse me.
I'm in need
of
information.
Do you know anything about a lost city located somewhere in the Riverlands?
If it's lost.
Lost city? How do you lose a city? I mean, I'm forgetful.
You ever lose your
plenty of
keys?
things, but
Come on, it's
a
not that much
city?
bigger than keys.
Just answer the question, please.
Once I lost my favorite journal. Looked everywhere for it, and I never did find it. But you know what I did find?
A city?
Please say a lost city.
Every single left sock I had ever misplaced. I swear, if it's not in the last place you look, it's... well, elsewhere.
Fantastic. I need to go now.
Not the stupidest NPC we've ever talked to. That would be Bram, obviously. Second place, also Bram. It's weird. He's actually 8 of the top 10.
Do you know anything about a lost city located somewhere in the Riverlands?
A lost city? Huh. I've heard of one here and there, mostly by way of raving treasure hunters passing through.
Any idea where it's supposed to be?
Not exactly. But supposedly there's a sprawling ruin buried in the desert. Plenty have come looking, but as far as I know, nobody's actually found it.
I appreciate the insight. Be well.
Be well. Let's see. No, that's not what we wanted. We wanted Beatlemania. Airborne.
The secret of ascension in this battle. Second one is half price. You can ascend with a friend.
Hi, Niala.
Greetings, Wayfarer. Have you come to join us in the search for Ascension?
Maybe later. For now,
Maybe
I need
later.
information. Do you know anything about a lost city located somewhere in the Riverlands?
I'm gonna use Eve. What about the Forgotten City? The Forgotten are really interesting. They took care of Last since
You
he
little
was
kids,
a
shut
boy.
up.
Sounds
Except for the one who's
like a lot
talking about
about
something
it.
interesting.
Any idea where I can find it?
Blood is power.
Signet of...
What about the river folk? Suppose they might know?
Oh, yeah! Go ask the river folk.
You'll find them south of here, settled along the riverbank. They'll know more about the
So
story.
the river folk live next to the river. Okay, I wouldn't have considered that was a possibility. Also, that was a lie. I lie a lot. Except right there, that was the truth. Alright, we kicked his ass on account of he deserved it. Alright, why do we still... Oh, that's why we still have a green star over here. We need to talk to Imani. Hi, Imani.
Do you know anything about a lost city?
You know anything about a lost city located somewhere in the Riverlands?
Lost City. Nothing comes to mind immediately, but I'm hardly an expert. You should ask Nyala. She's in the tent just over there, tending to the children.
Well, she's no longer showing a green star, so I already got credit for that. How about Juma?
Do you know anything about a lost city located somewhere in the Riverlands?
Anywhere?
Only lost city I know of is where Vlast was born.
That would be it.
The Forgotten City. According to legend, it was reclaimed by the desert.
Any idea where it's supposed to be?
Not specifically.
Under the
but I ran
sand?
into a couple of treasure hunters looking for it not too long ago.
That's all Juma's got for me. All right. And more green stars over there, I'm guessing. Let's beetle on over. Because when it comes to high speed, you can't beetle this mount. Long lost Bram brother. Right now it's Dumb and Dumber sequel. It's possible he has a half-brother by his father. I don't know if his father ever got remarried. I don't think so. As far as we know, Air didn't have 2 kids. Thank the human gods, the Jar gods, the Norn spirits, whoever.
Excuse me.
The Elder Dragons.
I have another question for you. Do you know anything about a lost city located somewhere in the Riverlands?
Lost City. I could swear I heard something about that from the locals. Apparently it was where Vlast was born. That's the long and short of it, though. Follower Adisa may know more.
I already talked to Adisa, thanks for the non-helpful pointer. Well, we still have a green circle here, so there must be another green star talkie person. I talked to Adisa. Adisa's not showing a green star. Oh, yes, they are now. They were not showing one earlier when I talked with Adisa.
You there? Have you seen any glimmering scales in your
I have another question.
I have another question for you.
Do you know anything about a lost city located somewhere in the Riverlands?
Lost City. Only rumors. Supposedly there was once a grand city somewhere in the region.
Vlast's birthplace. That's the one.
Any idea where it's supposed to be?
Under the sands.
I'm afraid not. But folks in the camp west of here might know more.
They just sent me here to talk to you. Let's see. We've still got something up here to the northwest. Let's head in that direction. Everybody in the Riverlands knows nothing. Yeah, Vlast was born there, right? Yeah, anything else about it? Vlast was born there, right? Yes. Anything else? Maybe talk to that person you just talked to a minute ago. That's not helpful. Fine. Zun?
Excuse me. I have another question for you.
Would you rather walk to school or carry your
lunch? Do you know
lunch?
anything about a lost city located somewhere in the Riverlands?
There are all kinds of curiosities in this region. Lost City? Sure, why not? It wouldn't surprise me anyway. But beyond that, no, nothing specific. Ask around Augury's shadow. You there? You don't look busy.
Okay, down here. We'll teleport. Keep talking to people. see a little hut over there. Maybe they have a little green star person? Don't know. Let's find out. No, it's outside the circle. Still, we'll talk to
King
Wazir.
Joko exiled all of us to this work farm. Our Sunspear friend, Alishar, helps exiles defect. And Mom and I help him.
Thanks, Wazir.
We don't see many like you heading south.
Anybody down here at the heart? No. Anybody down here? There's another heart over there. We'll try that heart over there. Oh, oh. Assistant Foreman Kofi.
Something you need, Wayfarer?
Do you know anything about a lost city located somewhere in the Riverlands?
Only in stories.
Yes,
Supposedly it was
it's
where
where Vlast was born.
It's long gone now.
What happened to the city?
Swallowed by the
Joko
sand.
happened. When he redirected the river to lay claim to this region, he ravaged the entire desert. Those stretches of quicksand are his doing, as was his sinking of the city. According to legend, I mean.
Well, now we just have over here. Well, here, let me go ahead and res this poor desperate exile, because I am the good guy. I'm a mass murdering good guy, but I'm the good guy. Well, that's a little hard to rationalize, but I'm okay with that.
Excuse me.
It's an exile.
You have business with Elder Muriel?
How did you get here? What was your
Riverlands
path?
For something important.
To exile.
Canvassing the area in search of information.
She does love visitors.
She's
but you
got
should
the
know
answers
something.
we're looking for.
Muriel's very old, and her answers are not always clear. Please
Well, I'm
be
very old
patient
too,
with
so
her.
I speak
And
fluent
try
gibberish.
to speak up. Her hearing isn't what it used to be.
Huh? I'm sorry, could you repeat that, please? Hi, Muriel.
Ah, and who are you? I don't know your face, but I like it.
Well, she's got excellent judgment.
I'm sorry to disturb you, but I was hoping I could ask you a question. Do you know anything about a lost city located somewhere in the Riverlands?
She's got the name.
A city swallowed whole by
There
the
it is.
desert itself.
Kesho. I had
Kesho.
forgotten, by the way.
Yes.
Kesho? Is that the name of the city?
City? No, a nursery. Where the forgotten toiled. Where Vlast's
Forgotten
eyes
we're a
first
race
opened.
of serpent
Where
folk.
Glint gave us her legacy.
Long
I
dead,
need
I
to
believe.
find Kesho, Elder Muriel. Can you tell me where it is?
A terrible journey across terrible lands, beyond the sinking dunes.
I see. Thank you.
Ask around
Kesho.
the Elon Riverlands to
Vlast's
determine the location of Kesho.
No, I just have to find it.
Looks like we need to talk to more people. Who would have thought it? I would.
Servant of Joko, arise!
Assistant Foreman Coffee, I'm back. How about Kesho? Ever heard of
Excuse
Kesho?
me. I have another question for you. I'm searching for a lost city called Kesho. What do you know about it?
Kesho. Ah, yes, that's the name. Vlast's birthplace. Swallowed by the desert, according to legend.
Well, it probably got
Any
caught in
idea
the
where
throat
it's
because the
supposed to
city's
be?
big.
If it exists, it'll be out there, in the wastes beyond the quicksand. A dangerous place to go on foot.
Fortunately,
If
I
you intend
have
to travel there,
10
you'll
mounts.
want to make a stop at the skimmer camp west of here. The proprietor there has been selling skimmers to adventurers for years.
Years. You must see a lot of treasure hunters come through this way.
A great many. All searching for the treasures of the lost city.
Yeah, I'm not
And
here
to
for the
my
treasures,
knowledge,
although
none have returned.
if there happened to be any
You'd be
treasures,
wise
I
to
would
keep
not
that in
say
mind,
no.
stranger. If you journey that way, make sure to bring your skimmer along. You look like you can handle yourself, but the desert eats the unwary.
Why? What makes you think I can handle myself? Just because I'm standing in your fire?
Easy for you.
I will volunteer to get moved to a busier map. Because I care for the other players.
What's wrong with this
Little touch and go action. I had forgotten how involved the running around bit of this was. Oh, well, just, I'm in combat. Something's spitting at me. Either a scarab is chasing me, or one of the snakes is spitting at me. It's just... They have no common decency around here. I would say they born in a barn, but no, they're born in a desert. They don't have barns here. Or noble. That's a bookstore joke. Don't like sand, it's coarse and rough and irritating and gets everywhere. You know what else is coarse and rough and irritating? Anakin Skywalker. It's the skimmer trainer, Ardra. Hi.
I'm searching for a lost city called Kesho. What do you know about it?
Kesho? It's been a while since anybody's asked me about Kesho. How'd you come across that name?
With great difficulty,
I asked every single goddamn person in the entire Ilona Riverlands.
You're different from the others. Maybe you are after something more than riches and glory. If Kesho truly exists...
Treasure and glory, Dr.
Northwest
Jones.
Of here, where it was claimed by the desert. If you head that way, you'll want to bring your skimmer along. Otherwise, the desert will claim you too.
Thank you, I suppose. Waiting this joke from the NPCs, it's just a lost opportunity. Well, they've got to be, generally speaking, they tend to take the storyline stuff more seriously than a lot of the other MMOs, for better or worse.
When we get moving again, how can we avoid the force?
Defector Haroon.
I'm searching for a
lost city called Kesho. What do you know about
What do you know?
But at least the forge left us a
Kesho. Where have I heard that name before?
Whatever happened to that adventurer we ran into last year? Wasn't he looking for some kind of lost city?
Oh, that's right. That was the fellow. He swore up and down he'd found a legendary lost city. And he asked us to join his search for a cut of the treasure.
What happened to him? Where'd he go?
See the fissure to the north? He ventured into the caves beneath it, and that was the last we saw of him.
Did anyone go with him?
With so many branded in the area, we know better than that.
Shame the adventurer didn't.
And you probably didn't tell him, did you? All right, well, we've got a... We've got bats, and they're not even in the belfry.
Nice and neat.
Well, you know what might be useful here? A skimmer. The other people, they use organic skimmers. I'm a char. We prefer the technology. Granted, can run out of fuel. On the other hand, it doesn't fart, and you don't have to feed it. And it has relatively clean energy, so it doesn't smell very much. Coming through.
Forgotten statue.
Going down. Kesho. Fortunately, they gave me time to deploy my glider so I didn't plummet to a painful death.
Hello? Commander, are you talking to me? Your signal's really strong. How'd you do that?
I jumped into a deep pit.
Good job! Wherever you are must be on a ley line nexus.
Listen, I found something. A
Cool
lost
looking.
city called Kesho. It's buried, so I could use your help finding my way around.
Buried city?
Exalted.
Really? Crud, I wish I was there. Describe what you see. Everything, in detail. detail.
There's sand drifts and debris everywhere, and pedestals like the ones in Tarir, with exalted sentries floating on them.
Timey, anything? No, she's got nothing useful. What a surprise.
Found a glowing crystal and a dead body.
Pick it up. The crystal, not the body. If it's
about the
glowing,
Warren Journal
it may
first.
be a power source. There should be a control panel nearby.
No way in, no way out, running out of food, have to... Indecipherable. Not good luck for whoever that was. And I hope that's not their skeleton, because that thing had wings and way too many bones. I have a power cell. Looking for... that looks magical. That's not it. Now the Exalted here are showing red light, and as we know, red light usually means bad guys. We have the Exalted pedestal. I'm going to assume that's where we're dropping this. I haven't done this for years. I have done it 3 times. I've done the whole storyline for Path of Fire 3 times. One for each of the 3 factions. So once for Joko, once for the Sunspears, and once for neutral Amnoon. Scour Kesho for information. Power's on.
What was that noise?
A door just opened. There's another Exalted inside. Not red like the others. Looks dormant. But maybe I can wake it.
No!
Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey.
A Joko? I will defend this sacred ground with my life!
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Wait. I'm a friend.
We don't like Balthazar either. The commander's on a mission to stop him. Frost is the only clue we've got.
What have you done? The pedestals are reviving the forged!
The glowy red ones are forged? Good thing you didn't poke them.
Well, they're alive. Wait,
You
no.
claim to owe Balthazar no allegiance. Prove yourself. Destroy his creations.
Yeah. Beam attack, waves of energy. Alright, there's one. So far, easy peasy. I'm sure nothing could possibly go wrong. How was that? Is that fast enough for you? Unknown Exalted?
Balthazar's the reason I'm here. He's working to kill Kralkatorrik, and we're trying to stop him.
I wish you'd come sooner. Balthazar was here recently with that wretched lich Joko.
Apparently, I'm the chosen champion and protector of Glint's second scion, Oreen.
Apparently.
If you've been entrusted with the role of the Scion's protector, then it would be my honor
Yes.
to assist
Yes, it
you.
would be your honor.
I am Sadazi.
Ah, Sadazi.
Welcome to
Nice name.
Kesho.
Cool.
What you see is
Not
what's
going to be
left
easy to
of
get
the
that spelled
Forgotten's
in
first
Scrabble,
attempt to
but cool
pacify
name.
the Elder Dragons. It failed. This site was abandoned, but a few of us remained as its caretakers.
Why were Balthazar and Joko here?
They came seeking the forgotten magics that imbue battle armor with living spirits. The same that created the Exalted.
And that's how they created.
They quickly
the
discovered
Forged.
they could use those magics to create these abominations. The horrors they call Forged. The Red Exalted you fought were the results of their early experiments on us. Left behind as mindless sentries. In the chaos, I sealed myself in that chamber to avoid the fate of the others.
Smart.
That was smart.
Wow.
Now you can help us make sure
Not only do
Balthazar
I think that
doesn't
was smart,
succeed.
I think that was smart.
Balthazar thought he destroyed the information you seek, but the sentries he left behind were actually protecting it.
What do you mean?
The pedestals!
Your invisible friend is correct. I can reveal the secrets contained in any pedestal you choose.
Okay.
Glint was the key. She was perfect for our purposes. A scion of an elder dragon, and a crystal dragon herself, with a mind of her own. We did our work well. Glint actively rejected Kralkatorrik, and she brought forth more scions to join our cause.
That was Jasso Escher, one of the Legacy's main architects. Sadly, he was lost in the attempt to convert Kralkatorrik.
Wait. Convert Kralkatorrik?
Yes. The Forgotten dared to try. But the hunger of elder dragons is too strong. It proved a tragic failure. More of your questions can be answered by consulting the other pedestals.
Well then, let us consult the other pedestals. What do you think? Over here, we have a pedestal. Come on, Sadie.
The most important lesson an Exalted must learn is, though Elder Dragons are unimaginably powerful, they can
Yeah,
be
I know.
killed.
I've already killed 2.
Each has a
You have
distinct
issues with
flaw.
long story instances crashing? Oh, that's
Mortoroth,
not
for
funny,
example,
fat body.
dominates thought, but its most
For
powerful
those who are not
asset,
aware of it,
its mind, is also its greatest
I have
liability.
many times, including a few times on stream, had long instances hang at the end. Not really crash, hang, and then time out, and you don't get credit for any of it.
That connects them back to the Crystal Dragon and makes them
I believe
vulnerable
on
to
Thanksgiving
each other.
Day, a couple of years ago,
A fundamental resonance that makes
if memory
them
serves,
vulnerable.
I had one go bad 4 or 5 times in a row.
Balthazar was after
The very
Blast.
first instance for
He
getting
needed
into
a
End of
scion
Dragons.
Glint to kill Kralkatorrik. But Blast's gone now, so that means... Wait, there's one thing I don't understand. If Glint and the Forgotten knew what killing an Elder Dragon would do to Tyria, why would they rear Blast and Aurene?
The answer is locked behind that door. If you're done with the pedestals, we can proceed.
Okay. Well, we've got a couple of pedestals left. I don't want to go without the pedestals. Come on, Sadie. Get your fanny perpendicular over here.
This show is supposed to be my home, but it's more of a cage or a tomb. I prefer the open sky. I feel trapped here. This place reminds me that I cannot act, no matter how eager I am. Not until the full legacy is ready.
That's Vlast.
We encouraged him to record his thoughts for reference and posterity. He didn't contribute often, and was never glad to do it.
I believe it. He sounds super frustrated and restless. Like a genius progeny suffering through Intro to Golomancy.
Yes, everything's about you, Timey. Thank you. We know. Alright, we'll wait for Sadie to catch up to us. Oh, he caught up very fast. My memory was that he was very slow moving between these places. Come on, Sadie. Let's go.
I can't stand it any longer. The constant talk of duty and destiny, the forced reverence. It disgusts me, enrages me. My exalted attendants are durable.
Oh, come on, Blast. You're just not yourself when you're hangry.
They quake with fear at the slightest angry hiss. I have a job to do, and the power to do it. They can't help me. Why do they pretend they can?
Sadly, Vlast matured in isolation. We didn't know how to socialize him properly until it was too late. By the time we realized Vlast needed to bond with mortal races as Glint had, he no longer could, nor cared to.
And yet he saved my life. Okay, now we'll lead Sada Z to one of the pedestals or go down the hallway to learn the Forgotten's plan. Sada Z, you with me?
Sada Z and the others tell me I must wait. That before the real work begins, the whole legacy must ripen and mature. I am ready now. Kralkatorrik continues to grow in power, and my mother's death stands unavenged. I am my mother's son. I will wait. I will serve the glorious purpose she and the Forgotten set for me. Although the snakes and their golden servants speak as though it is their purpose, and Glint merely lent it her name. So in her name, I will act. Until the full legacy is ready, I will contain Kralkatorrik and cull its branded horde.
Down the hallway to learn the plan. A man, a plan, a canal. Panama. That's a palindrome.
Intruder!
Intruder alert. Intruder alert.
Curious. The door isn't responding. It must have been damaged during Joko and Balthazar's attack.
There's a strange burning scroll.
You're in luck because the commander is good at smashing things.
I can use my foot key to open the door.
What's this?
Order 134. Disable gate leading to the final pedestal. Destroy any living creature that attempts access. Break down the door. Oh. I do have to use my foot key, more or less.
Please, step inside.
Oh, that doesn't sound... Yeah, please, step inside. It'll be fine. Nothing to worry about here. The hall discovered. Not really much of a hall. Hall tends to be sort of a long thing. This is sort of a round thing. Oh, Dar, very nice reference. We all float down here. Well, I hadn't even considered that, but that's a good one. Stop clowning. I got nothing, really. That's it. Okay, the drugs have taken effect again. I am now tripping balls.
The millennia-long Elder Dragon cycle is one of feast and famine. Ravenous they rise, sated they sleep. Glint and the Forgotten set out to break this cycle of extremes and to restore true balance. But when two Elder Dragons were unexpectedly eliminated from the cycle at one time...
That was me. Sorry, my bad.
We believe it created a void. A void that caused the system to break down and the collapse to begin.
I apologize. You probably should have told me.
The hope was that Glint's legacy would stabilize the cycle. We theorize these vacancies must be filled with entities that circulate and share magic rather than hoard it. Only then will the balance of magic truly become stable. Only then will
Mind you,
Glint's legacy
none of this is
achieve
what
its
actually ends up
ultimate
happening.
purpose.
That we don't fill in the empty spaces for balance. We just end up with one. Orine. the prismatic Mary Sue.
More important than we thought. Balthazar only sees them as a means to gaining power, but they could be instrumental in restoring the natural balance.
If you are, in fact, the true protector of Glint's legacy, then it's up to you to stop Balthazar from taking her.
Oh, thanks.
But know that he will let nothing deter him from his goal of killing the Crystal Dragon.
Timey, get a message to Ritlock, Canuck, and Casimir. There's a spire south of the skimmer camp, tall enough for Keel's airship to moor. Tell them to meet me there.
Commander, you must leave, now. I can feel the Forged approaching. If you are able to find Kesho, then I failed to adequately conceal the entrance. I must close the entrance forever. This portal will allow you to return safely to the surface.
Oh, that's convenient.
But what about you?
I will keep my pledge to protect this sacred place with my life. I am at peace. Farewell, Commander.
Doopy-doo-doopy-doo-doop. Okay, and Forgotten Holdings. Again, this will be, despite its cool-sounding name, that'll be crap. Time to get the hell out of here! Jane, stop this crazy thing! Climb the spire. If this is the spire, I think it is. And I'm pretty sure it is. I'm not going to want to actually climb it.
I'll cut you to pieces.
He's going to cut me to pieces. And in this Forgotten Holdings we have, oh look, 2 Eyes of Kormir, 1 blue quality box of uncommon identified gear, and 10 trade contracts. As I said. Crap. Well, the Eyes of Kormir, we can't even sell those. Seriously, they should have at least given them a 1 copper value. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know where the spire goes. In which case, we'll probably be calling it an evening, if it is exactly where I think it is. No, nobody wants them. The NPC merchants don't want them. I don't want them. I can trade them in for miniatures, of which there are so many already in the auction house they have no value. I'm going to grab the POI. And we'll settle here. And I guess I'll just do some daily stuffs. Don't want to start the next story step because it's long, and it starts with me dying. Spoiler. Balthazar kills me. And then I have to use my Get Out of Hell free card. Let's see. Complete a Renown Heart. I could do that. I'm going to complete a Renown Heart. I'm going to complete this very Renown Heart. I mean, I'm here. Help the ranch by returning lost skimmers to their pens. Oh, well, first, we're going to murder the bad man.
How are we going to get those skimmers back to their pens? Hey, if you can get close to one of those runaway skimmers, please try to catch it.
I'm going to res Alpha Alex another player who happened to be standing here and got murdered. Presumably he's AFK.
I feel sorry for whatever's got them riled up.
Hope that barrel there doesn't, like, explode and kill me, too. I did not get much progress from that, so, whoops. What we do... is we talk to the skimmer. Ah, there it is. We have to scare it back into the pen.
Move out.
So I'm just terrorizing skimmers.
Move out.
Seems kind of cruel, but I'm okay with that. Let's see. We also had look like a dead NPC over here. We'll throw the man a res, you know. Again, I'm the good guy. Oh, he's injured. He's not dead. He needs meds. Where are the meds? Meds. No, we got rations. Where are the meds? I don't see meds anywhere. But we got rations. I need to be on a skimmer. Why do you not let me... Ration's too heavy. A skimmer should be able to help. Well, I just summoned up a skimmer a couple of times. Maybe you didn't notice because of all the skimmering I was doing. Does it have to be one of the trained ones? No. Okay, it picked it up that time. I will take rations to someone who needs food. Save this fellow out in the middle of nowhere. Hello, fellow out in the middle of nowhere. Would you like some rations?
I was famished.
I'm sure you
Thanks
were.
for the help.
You're welcome, sir. And thank you for using DoorDash.
Just in time. I'm so hungry I could eat a choya.
So hungry she could eat choya. I believe choya, in fact, is edible. Nope, didn't quite make that one. How about this one?
I was famished. Thanks for the help.
I'm sure you were famished. That wasn't quite good enough. I need to work on my driving skills a little, you know.
They really seemed in a hurry. Wonder what was
Hey, thanks. You've done a real kindness here.
I have done a real kindness. Well, I'm the good guy, remember? I keep telling people. It's like they don't listen. Those guys need bandages.
Thanks for the help.
Or something similar, and I don't see those anywhere. All I see is rations. And yet I couldn't pick up those rations. Now I picked up those rations. I need one more person who needs a ration to get the hell out of here. Get the dailies complete for the day. Who needs a apple? No. Nobody needs apples, it seems like, today. Nobody? Oh, they need an apple. And
Just in
heart
time.
complete.
I'm so hungry I could eat a choya.
Yay. Complete. And once again, we're at 1,300 points. Which means they won't let us get any more points until I spend some. Another 5 laurels ought to do the trick. Alright, that's the dailies. We got any weeklies that went? Oh, we already had 6 of 6 in the weeklies. It is Saturday. Yeah, so there's that. Already done the dailies. Well, we can just do our daily gathering stuff. It's not going to get any more interesting from here, guys. I'm going to drop this character here. And just do my daily ritual of gatherings of stuff that either have value for crafting or for selling, and in some cases are necessary for additional pieces of legendary armor. This character is in the middle of nowhere in Old Kaineng, at the end of the jumping puzzle. And then this character is by 3 grand chests in Crystal Oasis in Path of Fire. Most of the time there's anywhere between 2 to 6 other people running around. In this case, looks like 2, 3? 2. 3. As there's just 3 big chests here. Openable once per day per account.
I know of a good use for this.
More materials. Next, off to a couple of guilds and my home instance, although in the not too distant future I won't be going to the home instance anymore. No, I'll be going to the homestead. As all of your nodes that are in your home instance will be duplicated in the homestead, but they will still each only be usable once per day per account, regardless of what location they're in. So I will be able to use this sprocket generator once per day, even though it'll exist in 2 places. It's weird. It's like the quantum time-space effect. One thing in 2 places. Did I do beta? I did indeed do. Oh, do you mean the beta for the... There was no beta I'm aware of. Oh. Do you mean the Spear beta or the beta for the game when it came out? I did almost none of the Spear beta. Because I knew everything was going to get changed, so I didn't want to, like, find something awesome and then have it be less awesome. Now, I will say that while Mechanist they released was not as awesome as it was in the beta test for that, it was still pretty damned good. So but it was way overpowered, so it needed nerfing. But it was still disappointing, even as good as Mechanist was at launch, that it wasn't as good as it had been in the beta. So I didn't really want to do any of the Spear beta test. I have 2 different guild halls to hit. Are spears the same or different per class? They're different for every class. Yeah, so there are a buttload of new skills and combos and stuff. Which means you've got 5 attacks for, 5 new skills for every class, except Elementalist gets 20 new skills. And some of the skills are flip-over skills, so they're basically 2 skills in one. Hey, it's the inescapable bot. Once a stream, whether I want it or not. Spoiler, not. And that is one of the reasons why I do not generally allow URLs in my chat. Spear was a neat choice. I would like to say thank you, because I have been saying that they needed land spear for every class since Soto came out. when Soto came out and they announced they were adding, moving new weapons to new classes, my immediate response was literally, they need to bring Land Spear in for all classes. So when that actually happened, I was in shock. Your name isn't Earl? Are you sure, Fat Buddy? Because you kind of give off Earl vibes. No offense meant to any Earls out there. Ooh, burn! Burl? Well, I know of Burl from Burl Lives. That's the only way I know the name Burl. I don't think I've ever heard of another Burl. Doesn't surprise me that they're out there. Wait, your great uncle was Burl Lives? Or just had the same Burl name? Now I'm dying to see the response. There we go. All right, we got that. Next up is a bunch of chests in Bura Marches. No, Burl Ross. Oh, I have been to Huntington, West Virginia. I spent a year there 1 week. It was in the 90s and raining when I was in Huntington, West Virginia, home of Marshall University. I was at Marshall University for the speech and debate national championships. Started as miners, all went civic, cops, firemen, etc. Well, when we first landed, I think at Charleston Airport, is on top of a mountain that they basically cut the top off of, and it looks scary as hell when you're flying into it or out of it, but it's very cool. The drive down from the airport was everything I had expected and hoped that West Virginia would be. Green, lush, beautiful, and then I got to Huntington and it was an armpit. Sorry to anyone from Huntington, West Virginia. It was, however, nicer than where I went to nationals the next year, where we flew into Scranton Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania airport, and holy shit, not in its best dreams of heaven ever could Scranton Wilkes-Barre aspire to be an armpit. That was one of the ugliest places I've ever seen in my life. Then we went to, that was at Bloomsburg State University. That area was okay. That wasn't bad. But the area where you flew into, Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, holy shit. Nationals for forensics. Yeah, speech and debate. I did, this was, I think, only individual events. So no debate, I don't think. I did a lot of individual events. I did impromptu speaking, extemporaneous speaking, oral interpretation of literature, oral interpretation of poetry, and duo oral interp. It's one of the reasons why I'm pretty good at this whole bullshitting thing, is because I got a lot of practice bullshitting. A lot. On speech and debate. Like, a lot of Americans, the number one fear most Americans have, and I'm not making this up, is public speaking. And the university I went to required a public speaking class. I didn't want to take it. I had to take it. But when I got into it, I found it to be really fun. And the teacher was the brand new speech coach of the forensics team, which is speech and debate. And he said, hey, I'm in charge of the, speech and debate team. You want to join? And I did, and I had fun, did it for 3 years. The third year was at Mankato State University, where the 3 years I went to finals. I went to the nationals. That was also where I came within 1 point of making the finals in poetry interp. I did a program. everyone else is doing, deep, meaningful poetry at the national championships. And I did poetry of the absurd. So I did Jabberwocky. I did a poem from Monty Python called Port Sho'em by the Speverin Runer. Let's see if I can remember it. I've a Gauss and Harden in the country. An ace I call my plone. A treat I can replace to when I bead to knee alone. Caterfly and butterpillar perch on beefy low, and I listen to the dats and cogs as they mark, and they beow. Yes, waiter here is nunderful. There is no weed for nerds. While silling by my window flutter, biny little turds. I can still fucking remember. Another poem that I did was I sit on the floor and pick my nose from the parody of The Lord of the Rings called Bored of the Rings. I had a guy come up to me after my round and say, I just want to shake the hand of the guy with enough balls to read I sit on the floor and pick my nose at nationals. Next up is that one. So I did poetry of the absurd, and there were 4 rounds, 2 judges in each. And what they do is they rate you 6 competitors. They rate you 1 through 5, and the last 2 people both get 5s. And so of the 8 judges, I got 4 firsts, a second, a third, and 2 fifths in the same round where the judges didn't consider my poetry to have any literary value. I'm not still bitter about that 40 years later. He's really bitter, guys. I'd have made the out rounds at nationals. It's fine, really. I'm over it. It did irk me. Still irks me. You might be able to tell.
And now, to destroy you.
Fat Body, it's fine. Did you clip that? Called Port Sho'em by the Speverin Runer. Let's see if I can remember it. Thank you, actually. Gauss and Harden in the country. An ace I call my plone. A treat I can replace to when I bead to knee alone. Caterfly and butterpillar perch on beefy low, and I listen to the dats and cogs as they mark. That would have been in like 1984 or 85 that I memorized that. There is no weed for nerds. While silling by my window flutter, biny little turds. I can still fucking remember. Thank you. Thank you for clipping that. I have a big smile on my face. I assume you can see that. I'm glad that was recorded for posterior. Wait, that means butts. Posterity. Well, I have done all of my daily stuffs, including hitting the 3 greater arcane chests, 1 in each map, because you need those bits and pieces to make more bits and pieces of legendary armor. So I'm going to call it here for the evening. I want to thank you guys very, very much for hanging out, particularly Fat Body for clipping that. Ooh, oh well, you can't. If you only drank the good stuff, it would stop being the good stuff and it would start being the averaged stuff. I may take tomorrow off. And then Monday, I'll probably do a key farm to sort of keep it low impact. And Tuesday, I'm going to be streaming all day long. I'm going to start at 9 a.m. Pacific time, which is when the expansion starts. I'll probably keep going in for, I'm going to guess, 6 or 7 hours, and then take a short break for dinner. Reminded you of being at the old Rudyard Kipling here in Louisville. Well, it is kind of, yeah, it is that kind of. Kipling, I think, would have liked that poem. By the way, it's named after it. It's described as being by the Speverand Runer. If you're not familiar with Speverand Runer, he is, or was, the Reverend Spooner. He's the guy that Spoonerisms are named after. Speverand Runer. Reversing the letters, that's a Spoonerism. Famously, he used to spoonerize himself all the time. And he is most famous for proposing a toast at the faculty dinner to the queer old dean. And on that note, I'm going to call it. Again, guys, thank you very, very much for hanging out. Probably not back tomorrow. Definitely back on Monday, and absolutely positively early on Tuesday. I will, as always, throw updates into the Discord when I figure my shit out. One more time, thanks, guys. I'm out. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Have a great rest of your Saturday night. Hope your Sunday's awesome. I'm back, if not tomorrow, on Monday. Have a great night tonight. Take care, and ciao for now. Good night, guys.